We used to think the risk was just on paraffin-based emollients.
If we had known sooner, she might still have been here today.
Fire service has seen firsthand how quickly fires can spread and develop where emollient skin products and fabrics are involved. It's important we're all aware of the risks so we can take steps to protect those people that we care for.
Emollients are applied directly to the skin and they're moisturisers which hydrate and soothe dry skin conditions such as psoriasis and eczema. They're available in many different forms including creams, lotions, ointments and sprays. Emollients can be prescribed or you can buy them over the counter in a supermarket.
If a fabric with a dried on emollient is exposed to a heat source such as a lighter, a cigarette or an open flame, they can easily catch fire.
Pauline Taylor tragically died in a fire in West Yorkshire in 2015. She'd recently become bedbound, used emollients and smoked in bed.
We're doing this to try and prevent it from happening again, so another family can't feel what we're feeling today.
Robert Chilvers sadly lost his life in fire in Norfolk. Robert was bedbound, he was a heavy smoker, he was a heavy drinker, and he used lots of emollient skin products. So we've both had tragic incidents happen within our services. In Norfolk we had Robert Chilvers, and in West Yorkshire you've had Pauline Taylor, that both sadly lost their lives in fire. And the circumstances were incredibly similar. They both had robust care provision, they were both bedbound, they both drank heavily and smoked heavily, and because of their health issues they were both using lots of emollient skin products.
Yeah, the critical difference with those cases is that Pauline Taylor used a paraffin-based skin product and Robert used a paraffin-free skin product. Unfortunately, they both lost their lives in fire.
We used to think the risk was just on paraffin-based emollients, but our research has found that all emollients have the same fire risk, including paraffin-free products. So they all have the same fire risk when dried onto fabrics. So our researchers found that even after washing, there are emollient residues left on fabrics. So they have still the potential of a fire risk and to be flammable. Yeah, you'll see on the video that we have a normal piece of cotton fabric, the sort of fabric that you can buy from any supermarket. And then we have a lotion, cream and an ointment, different paraffin contents dried onto that cotton fabric. You can see the ignition time is very different when you have an emollient present.
Emollients in themselves cannot be ignited when exposed to a flame. That's because of the water content in the products. When emollients dry into fabrics, they leave a residue that increases the fabric flammability.
It's interesting that there's various different products that do have warnings on. You can see one of the product warnings here, but there's loads of products that do, and I think Robert's case is one that highlighted that issue.
Definitely, yeah. So the cream that Robert transitioned onto had no warnings on there.
Yeah, it was a paraffin-free formula, I believe, but it still increased the flammability of the clothing, bedding or bandages.
That's the most important message, isn't it? That any emollient skin product, because of the makeup and the stuff that's in there, if dried onto fabrics, increases that chance of ignition, that flame growth, the flame temperature, and causes a really significant risk.
Absolutely.
So it's important that patients and their carers, which could include family members, are aware of the risks of build-up of emollient residue on their clothing and on fabrics and bedding.
Remember, if there's any chance that emollient can be dried onto fabrics, bedding and bandages, please don't go near heat sources, cookers, open fires, naked flames such as lighters, cigarettes or matches. We want anybody in the community to be aware of the fire risks of emollient, especially if you prescribe, dispense or apply these products. Please make your teams aware of the potential fire risks of emollient skin products. If you're providing care to somebody that uses emollient skin products, it's vital that you undertake a person-centred risk assessment, considering all the fire risks and appropriate mitigation.
If you know somebody like Robert, if you provide care and support for them, additional things you can consider to make their environment safer is to consider smoking cessation, But if that's not possible, think about having supervised smoking. Consider linked and monitored smoke alarms that are fitted through a telecare system that will enable an immediate emergency response in the event of fire. And also, if the environment allows it, consider having fire suppression systems like misting units.
I think if we had known sooner, we could have tried and prevented it. And I honestly feel that I've let Mum down, because if we were aware, she might still have been here today.
We encourage everybody to use our online home fire safety checker. You can also visit the NFCC website or the MHRA website. Thank you.